It was not selected. Is it now selected?
Yes. And now I see things moving. Yes.
I want to cry. This has been so hard.
But you did it, baby doll.
You figured it out.
You did it.
It took forever, but
We got there. That's what matters.
props.
What matters is that we are here. We need to give you your flowers.
Pluck it.
Thank you, computer.
All right.
Thank you.
Listen. Oh, what
a
shit
way
show.
to start.
But regardless of that, it's Sunday.
Yep.
We are here,
Yep.
and we are happy that you are here too.
Yep.
Gerbo's in the chat.
Thanks, Gerbo.
MVP. And just a second ago, I told him, I don't think your presence is going to make a difference. And then it did.
Yeah. I told you, sometimes the universe just says, like, twitch one tiny little thing, and then
That's right.
things happen. Yeah.
Now listen.
Today was a day.
Today, it's already been 4 or 5 days before
Yep.
we even showed up.
Yep.
So, without further ado, let's get started with another live stream from Purl Perspectives. Bing!
With Bilbo.
With Bilbo the pug and
Sleeping
Ali the
away.
human.
Right in the middle
Hello
there.
everyone, I'm Anahí.
I'm Allie. And I'm Carine.
And we are 3 real-life Purls that
And
get
humans.
together.
And humans.
And
3.5.
3.5 real-life friends that get together every 2 Sundays and share our knitting, practice, and thoughts and opinions with you, the world inside of that camera right there. So, hello. Like I said, it's been a rough technical day.
Yeah.
It's also
That's
been
okay.
like
But
the
it
weather is
happens.
absolute crap.
Yep.
So I feel like it's one of those days where you just want to cocoon on the couch and
Yeah.
not have to deal with technical difficulties.
Honestly,
Mundo.
correcto. I
Slow flow
chose
Sunday.
I chose for today's slow flow to just work on a garter stitch pattern because I don't feel like thinking about it too much.
I love this yarn so much.
This yarn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so,
so
nice.
pretty.
I lost the label, so I don't know what it is.
I think it's a Lang yarn.
Yeah.
I
It's
vaguely
beautiful.
remember when you bought it. I think it was at Wool Time, and I'm pretty sure it's a Lang yarn.
Could be. If you know what yarn this is, let us know. It's very shiny. It's like kind of
Yeah.
metallic.
I was gonna say
It's,
like
isn't it a cotton?
Ooh, no, it's a blend, but I know it has a little bit of wool in there. Mm-hmm.
It's very soft.
Guys, my space bumps are different heights.
That's okay.
Is that better?
You're just a tiny little Ewok today.
Why is life so hard? I'm literally just a girl.
Come here. You need a hug. You need a hug.
I need a new computer is what I need.
If
you're looking to sponsor a podcast, we're looking for sponsors.
No, but here's the thing. I want to talk about this because I was ready to brush my computer's performance off to a game that I've been playing that I thought, oh, it's just like too graphic heavy for my computer, so she's having a little bit of an issue with it. The game is called Timberborn. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about it, but
mentioned it.
yeah.
Timberborn is a building simulator. Like you build a little city, except instead of little people, you have beavers. And they're really cute, and the beavers are very industrious, and they like cut their logs, and then they run around, and they are making nice little beaver infrastructure, which is really fun and really nerdy. And I had been playing this game a lot when it was in beta, and it was in beta for like
Ever?
years. Yeah, for a really long time. And I stopped playing a while back, and this past week they finally released version 1, which I was like, oh, I didn't actually remember that this game was not official. So they released it, and now there's achievements, and there's like a bunch new content, and I'm like, wow, the official launch of the game is here. So I've been playing Timberborn a lot on this computer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been crapping out every hour or so. Like, if it starts at all. And I thought, like, maybe if I lower the graphics, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that. But no, my friends, it turns out it's just my computer is having a hard time.
It sounds like your computer is
Tired and burnt out.
Face, and it's just like, listen, guys, I can't do it anymore.
I understand what you want me to do. I can't do it.
It's just too much now.
The digital obsolescence is a thing, though.
It really is.
We are far from the era where technology would last you like 20 years. Now it's essentially
God.
You're
Well,
lucky if it lasts you 5 years.
It's evolving so quickly, though, right?
No, but it's
sure
also
is.
it's also a bit of a consumer trap, right? Where they are no longer built to last. They're built just enough to hook you.
Yeah.
And then the second you're like used to them, it's like, oh well, the new model came out, so we're not gonna. There's no point in building it for 20 years. Let's build it for like 3-4 years, and then it'll crap on you, and then you'll just want to buy the new version.
And this, friends, is why we have a podcast where we do analog things.
Yeah, unfortunately, in order to bring it to you, we do have to use digital tools.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it is.
Seriously. But speaking of analog things, have you seen that people are now, on the internet I see, people are building analog carts?
Yes, analog baskets.
Analog baskets?
I have.
Which is hilarious for me to think about, but essentially they're like, oh, I want to have things that I can do with my hands and with my eyes without using technology like my phone, my computer, television, etc. So folks are putting like things like coloring books and pens and calligraphy sets, crafts, knitting, spinning. They're putting like little sculpture or what Play-Doh and stuff, polymer clay stuff in a basket so that they can have quote analog time.
This is like literally society like correcting itself. You know what I mean? Where like we've gone so far one side that like naturally the human mind is like, no, like this is just too much. Even people, especially actually the younger generations who were literally raised from the moment they were born with technology, and a lot of them were raised during the era where parents would like post everything about their kids.
Yeah.
So some of them have had no privacy since the moment they were born.
100%.
Right, which is, you know, a problem in itself. But
well, there's documentaries being made about some of these such things.
But the point is, it makes sense that a lot of these people who are now adults, young adults, would, or even teenagers, would want to actually have moments where they don't have to be reminded that this is a thing.
You don't have to be connected to anything.
Especially after so many years in lockdown with like digital school, digital work. Like
oh my God. I really feel bad for those who had to go through like elementary school, high school.
Yeah.
I was just saying this to my coworkers the other day because we were talking about like our school experiences. I was like, I had wanted to take a gap year after high school, and for reasons I didn't end up doing it. But if I had taken it, then I would have ended up finishing my master's degree during COVID lockdown.
Ew.
Oh.
And I am so glad that I finished in September of 2019, and I just barely missed all of that, right? Because I can't even begin to imagine what it would have been like to try to finish something of that magnitude under COVID restrictions.
And that's like, you're still technically a full-fledged adult at that time.
Yeah.
So like, imagine a child
being
or teenager
13, 14.
like going through puberty and having to deal with this online, like the isolation, especially because like at that time you live through social interactions. You live for social interactions.
Well, because it's also a formative time, right? I remember being a kid or a teenager, and like we built our personalities and our characters based on who we were interacting with. Like we fed off each other. We had little inside jokes. You know, like you caught on the mannerisms of your peers and the people around the school, and you had like the big kids to look up to, etc. And in the absence of that, who are we modeling ourselves after?
Exactly.
People on the internet.
Yeah.
That's so dangerous.
I do feel they were like that specific generation was definitely robbed, in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, it's not like it's
the
nobody's
Gen Z
fault.
And the
But
2-degree Gen Alpha as well.
They were robbed because like that is something you don't really experience at any other time in your life.
I also want to think about, Ali, you said you have a colleague that has a peanut allergy.
Yes.
And
three
you told
colleagues with peanut allergies.
And you told them, and you asked them like, oh my God, like do you miss it so much? Like, do you have any idea how much you're missing out on by not being able to eat peanut butter stuff? Yeah. And they said, well, I never had it, so I don't really.
That's fair.
They're more frustrated by being like, I want to try this thing. Oh, it's got peanuts. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder if I'm the one out of touch here, where every kid is essentially like youth, like born and raised, and continues to be on the internet on a device, and has found a way to create meaning and purpose character through those tools that I didn't experience growing up, and that's why I feel like they're missing out. Are they really missing out, or am I out of touch?
I think. Okay.
Because we're seeing it from our perspective.
So because if I think about it, like the peanut butter, well, they've never had it, so why would they be missing it?
I think yes, but also no. I think this is a really weird gray area. Mm-hmm. So one of my cousins is currently doing her PhD in clinical psychology. Her aim is to be a child psychologist, right? Mm-hmm. So in conversation with her about this thing, she actually wrote her master's dissertation, on the effect of micro-influencers on like a person's mental health.
Okay.
Being a micro-influencer. Okay. So like having between 15,000 and I think 50,000 fans. That was how she determined what it was. It was a really interesting concept, and I proofread her dissertation for her, so I read it, and it was absolutely fascinating.
Wow.
But essentially, at the crux of the issue, while there were positive interactions and growth that could be gained from a life lived like majority online, what she found in her research from the group of people that she interviewed and studied as part of her dissertation, and then what she's now seeing in her co-ops as part of her PhD, is that there's so much more pressure in presenting a specific way online that it just overwhelms any positivity that you can get. Mm-hmm. Right? So when you live a life that is predominantly online,
it is a performative life.
It becomes so performative, and that becomes so overbearing and overarching into all of your things. And I saw something recently the other day which made me stop and think, and it's like, why don't we have house parties anymore? Like, why is it
I'm trying to have house parties.
Why is it that we don't do this anymore? And somebody commented, it's because we're all afraid of being caught on camera. And I was like,
oh my God.
Crap, you are right. So correct. Because you know what? We don't think about this because we were never in that situation.
That's
but
the
imagine
thing, right?
younger generations.
Yeah, you're right.
In my early 20s, when I was in undergrad and when I was at school and I was hosting house parties and I was going to house parties, we were taking photographs, but like our phones didn't necessarily have the capacity to take lots of video, immediately upload it, or maybe we only were using point and shoots because I am that
That's
old.
what we had.
That's what we had. So, but the concept of like taking the photo, taking the video, and then immediately posting it online.
That's new.
That was, the immediacy of
people literally going live at a party, just like filming. And
just like we tried to do and failed because we looked like really long minutes. For some reason. We are not that long.
Don't worry. If you're watching this from the future, that real thing, whatever, will be deleted.
Yeah, you won't even get to see it.
Oh my God.
Probably a blessing.
But it just kind of raised that idea of like the constant vigilance. Have you ever heard
vigilance
of the concept of the panopticon?
Yes, we live in a panopticon.
Yes.
No, I have not.
So I can't remember which theorist it was who came up with this, but the panopticon...
We have the internet.
Excellent. So the panopticon is essentially the concept of a prison wherein it's a giant circle and all of the cells are on the outside like a donut, and there's a tall central tower that houses the guards. The guards can see out of the tower, but the prisoners cannot see into the tower. So you never know if there's a guard in the tower, so you're functioning under the illusion you're always being watched. You might not actually be watched.
You might not be, but it feels like you are.
But it feels like you're always being watched, and that is the panopticon.
Huh. Jeremy Bentham.
Of course it was Jeremy Bentham. Fun fact, his body has been stuffed and is on display at University College London.
What? Really?
Yeah, he bequeathed his body to the university after he died. You can go see it. His head is like the color of tar now because their preservation methods in the late 1700s are.
How about you just say like, hey, help other people with my research and I don't know.
I feel like at the time,
white men in the 1700s.
I feel like what he was trying to explore was more like, why are we as humans so likely to do wrong to other people knowing that we can get away with it.
Yeah.
Right? So what if we couldn't get away with it? What if we were
Constantly
always
being
being watched and held accountable? Would that change our human experience? So here's what he said.
Yeah.
This is from UCLA. He says, Bentham argued that the panopticon concept had multifarious benefits.
Yep.
Quote, morals reformed health, preserved industry, invigorated instruction, diffused public burthens, lightened economy, seated, as it were, upon a rock, the Gordian knot of the poor laws not cut, but untied all by a simple idea in architecture. I would say it's not a simple idea.
No.
I think like the concept of the panopticon is very much present now.
100%. And this is the panopticon. This is the guard tower.
Yeah.
This is it right here.
Yeah.
The foam.
And the thing is, I don't know, like, I understand the theory behind, would it make us question being bad or like
exactly.
doing bad?
Would it
But
make you change your choices?
I don't think it makes you question doing bad things. I think it makes you question
whether the consequences are worth it.
Exactly.
The consequences worth it.
Because at the end of the day, you see a lot more, like, look at, for example, bullying in school or in any setting, but bullying in general, where it used to be you have to do it in somebody's face and like either physically or emotionally or whatever, like in
Now
front
it's
of somebody.
online.
Now it's online, and it's so easy to do it from behind a wall where nobody knows who you actually are, or at least less people know who you are. And it's easy because you can get away with it much easier.
Yeah.
Right, than it
Veil
was.
of anonymity.
So that hasn't really changed. It's actually gotten way worse because we're back in like, you know, a few decades ago, if you were bullied, the second you got home, hopefully you were fine, or at least you got a reprieve from what was going on in school.
Now it follows
Now
you
it
everywhere.
follows you everywhere. It is 24/7.
And it's so dangerous now. It's even more dangerous now.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like it's a lot because it's not just the people in school. It's the entire planet gets to be your bully.
But
right?
also-
Depending on what you're doing and how you present yourself.
Exactly. Now, I wonder if by choosing to be on the internet, are we not living our lives performatively anyway? And like, I'm thinking
Yes.
about my experience as a teenager and as a young adult has been performative most of the time, because I feel like as community-driven creatures, we perform the act of belonging, right?
Well, because we want to belong more than anything else on this planet.
So when you are a student, you're performing the act of becoming a student, right? And you like talk the language, and you use the terms, and you go to the places, and you sit the way the others sit, and you know like pick up on these things, and it is a performance that becomes your personality, but it always starts as a performance, right?
Yeah.
If you go to dance class, you're performing as a dancer. If you go to knit night, you're performing as a knitter. Not that you're not actually one, but the act always starts disingenuously. I think
from an act of wanting to belong or wanting to find your own.
But that doesn't necessarily make it bad.
No.
Wanting to
No,
belong.
and it doesn't make it bad. But where I'm going with this is the fact that is how our personalities get shaped is through performance. It also means that without evidence of you doing that, you can retrieve back home and take the mask off. And nowadays, where the world is at your fingertips, you can't really take your mask off. You have to continue like presenting this persona.
Or you just slip into another mask.
And
Well, I mean, it has made it has made life a little harder for people who are trying to live like double lives or like secret, lives or whatever you want to call it, because then exactly like you're saying, it gets. But I think it hasn't necessarily changed behavior. It's just changed the way we handle that performance in certain settings.
That's an interesting take, yeah.
I think we're still very much all performers to a certain degree, but I think it has changed how and when and where you perform.
Has that just made
how much?
Has that made us as perceivers just more jaded?
I think so, maybe.
Yeah.
Because there's resentment, right? As in like, oh, this is happening and I I feel affected by it. So
Yeah.
I get.
Well,
I feel resentment.
Remember when we were talking about how people like actors, influencers, whatever, people who owe the public an image, we tend to like take it very personally if they go against what they were talking about. Where it kind of comes back to this, where in their case that performance becomes like even more has much more consequences, because if they do deviate from that performance, then it's an entire population. In
but
some
that's
cases,
leading into parasocial relationships,
yes.
and that's a whole other can of worms.
Yes, but it's still tied to a certain degree,
Yeah.
right?
And it's kind of dangerous because their livelihood depends on
Yes.
them maintaining that image,
Yes.
right? So the moment they falter even a little bit, their livelihood is at stake. They might
stake.
never work again.
And, well,
right?
and this is pretty much the premise of the documentary, or not the premise, but like one thing that I took from the lovely, I haven't watched it, but the Manosphere.
Oh, yeah.
Is a lot of it stems from like that idea that like if they don't
perform,
do this, then they lose everything. They lose they lose their followers, they lose their livelihood, so they have to keep on wearing that mask whether or not they believe in what they're saying.
Man.
I don't like the term the manosphere.
I haven't even watched it because I saw like a clip from it and I was like, I think I'm good.
I saw something about it on Instagram and I really was like, oh, this is really interesting, so I reshared it to my stories. Within like 10 minutes, my sister had messaged me. She's like, it just came out yesterday. I just watched the documentary.
Immediately.
She's like,
it's Louis Theroux, right?
Yeah. She's like, I just watched the documentary.
He does a really good job.
No. Hold on one second. She's like, it just came out yesterday. I just watched the documentary. You're gonna hate it. Don't watch it. And I was like, what? She's like, you're gonna get so angry. And I was like, good, thanks.
So the only thing I was told is that apparently the host, Louis
Theroux.
So apparently he's really good at like,
he is.
All he does is like let them talk themselves into
a ditch,
essentially. He doesn't really do. He just asks a question and then he just lets them.
He follows their logic.
He's a fantastic
and I
interview.
love that.
He's a fantastic interview that way, and he has a lot of work previously. I think he was in some sort of British channel, whatever.
Yeah, US.
US? British. Where he's followed like cult leaders or like religious fanatics or people who are into some like weird shit like that, and he's just genuinely curious from a very like naive, innocent point of view.
So he doesn't come across as like I'm judging you. He's coming across as like, hey, I want to understand.
Educate me on your point of view.
Yeah.
So for context, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, The Manosphere is a Netflix documentary that just recently released, and the host, Louis Theroux, is a British journalist who is interviewing men who are very prominent in the
what has been called the Manosphere.
The Manosphere. So this is
is the corner of the internet where these like manly men
but ultra like gross toxic masculinity manly men go. I really do not want to name any of them, so I will not. But like any of the like really stereotypical problematic masculine related content that you're hearing online, those are the people that he's interviewing as part of this documentary. And he, as part of the documentary, is kind of like unpacking where it started, where it's going, and how it's kind of falling apart. So,
but it's interesting to see it from like, I wouldn't say it's non-biased because it's very clear that he doesn't agree. Right? The journalist.
But he does approach it from.
He approaches it in a respectful, curiosity-based way that I think it's interesting to see that. I am gonna watch it. I know you won't.
I probably will. I think
I might just wait. Yeah,
I might just wait a little bit.
If we watch it together, we're just gonna be like, I'm gonna kill somebody now.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't watch it together.
It's probably better so I can scream at the TV by myself.
I'll probably do it in pieces. 20 minutes here. 20 minutes there.
maybe not.
Yeah, you gotta microdose the Manosphere.
Not that it'll change my mind at all.
No.
But anyway.
But in returning to what stemmed this conversation, which was analog baskets, what do you have, Allie?
Is this where we start our dorks?
In the search for disconnecting from these like ultra vigilant networks that we live in, more and more people are posting, ironically, they're posting on the internet about what they are doing to disconnect.
I love that. look at what I'm doing when I'm not on the internet, but now you have to look at it on the internet. I'm like, there's a little...
It's ironic,
it's a
but
bit
I
of
think
a paradox
it's
there.
also very effective.
You know
Yeah.
what, though? If that's what it takes to get people away
That's fair. You know
from
what?
it,
You're right.
if it's a stepped, tapered
Yeah.
process to take yourself offline, okay.
If it helps you disconnect with
You
all
know?
of this, because it can be
If it helps you find new community.
insanely hard to disconnect. I find at times it's really hard to just like stop
Yeah.
looking or stop scrolling or stop.
Even when I'm doing, quote, analog things like knitting, I'm still listening to music that's streaming. I'm watching a YouTube video.
Yeah.
I, have something on. And it's not, I'm not like super disconnected.
I would
Yeah.
like to say, I have recently started, in an effort to keep me from picking up my phone and scrolling while I'm crafting, I love watching knitting podcasts while I'm crafting, be it, knitting, spinning, whatever. But instead of watching them on my now defunct laptop or my iPad,
R.I.P.
One day I'll have the money to replace it. I've actually started streaming them from my phone and slinging them up to my TV. So that if I pick up my phone and I start playing around with my phone, well then it interrupts the stream and I'm no longer watching it on the TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, but I was really liking what, Angela or Rebecca or whoever, what they were saying. I want to know about their projects. So I don't pick up my phone because I want to keep listening to the thing. And that has actually, I found, been really helpful to me individually. Now, this won't work for everybody, but maybe give it a try.
Yeah, because you're using the same device,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And so it forces you to pick what you want to do with it instead
Exactly.
of multitasking, which is not good for our brains.
Nope.
Yeah.
I do it anyway.
I don't understand how people are able to do it, but then again, my brain is neurospicy in one way, and so I don't understand other neurospices. Anyway,
We should probably start the...
speaking of analog baskets,
It's kind of like we did the question of the day before the dorks.
beginning, we're going backwards a little bit today,
Seriously.
That's
So,
fair.
dorks, what am I drinking? I am drinking the very, very last little bit of a... Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but it's one of the David's Tea Christmas tea specials. It's like a candy cane peppermint
Ooh.
thingy-mabobber, and it has little white chocolate chips in it,
Ew.
and it's really yummy.
This is like the complete opposite of my palate.
I feel like
Everything
it's
about
a
it. No,
snap.
no,
Okay,
can't
fine.
do it.
Peppermint and chocolate?
I don't like peppermint, and I don't like candy canes. Hate them, and I don't like white chocolate. So
Well,
to
now-
me, this is like the
now
epitome of what I don't
I
want to eat.
know that you're never going to steal my tea.
Exactly.
It's really yummy. It's black tea with the candy cane, so it's not a mint tea, I should say.
Got it.
But very delicious, very subtle in its flavor, which I personally like. And my stomach is a little unhappy today, so it's just the right choice. And then when I finish that, I also have a raspberry bubbly, because hydration is key when you're a little bit hungover like I am. Going partying with 20-year-olds when you're in your 30s is not for the faint of heart, let me say. Happy birthday to our friend Victor, but holy shit, man, I can't keep up.
Ellie, it was 11 p.m.
I know.
Come on.
Dude, okay, no, it's so funny. So one of our neighbors, it was his birthday party last night. Annie and I and Annie's partner went out to celebrate with them. And we were sitting there at the bar, and Gerbo and I, at one point, we sat down because we were so tired. And I was I said to Gerbo, I was like, if you want to go socialize, don't feel like you have to sit with me. Feel free to go socialize. I don't mind being in the corner by myself. I just need to take a break. I'm so overstimulated. He's like, no. I also don't want to go socialize. So I picked up my phone and it said 10:26 and I was like, 11 p.m. Should we go at 11? He's like, yeah, let's go. And so
gentleman's agreement.
We made a gentleman's agreement 35 minutes in advance to leave at 11. But it was good because while we were getting ready to leave, some of the other people at the party, some other mutual friends were like, oh, I'm so glad you guys are leaving. It means we can go too. And I left at the same time. It was Jenny and a couple of them.
That.
So it was so funny. We're like, okay, great.
It only takes a couple of elderly millennials.
Yeah, to just be like, bye.
I'm out. All right,
Yeah.
everybody can leave now.
It's really funny. I have this 4-second clip on my phone of me sitting in the corner at the table with my feet up on a chair with half a pint of cider in my hand, singing along to Drop It Like It's Hot. But I'm sitting at the table. I'm everybody's dancing over there.
She
and
dropped herself.
I'm just gonna stay here. Everybody's over there. I'm just gonna stay here. This is perfect for me.
Y'all can drop it like it's hot over there. I'm gonna stay here.
Anyway, that's why today's a bit of a slow flow.
That's fair.
Slow flow. Because you tried to party with 20-year-olds and that did not pan out.
I literally just turned 34 like 2.5 weeks ago. What happened to me? When did I become
That's usually what ends up happening. It's not progressive. It's
I'm in
literally
my mid-30s.
You're like, everything's fine. Clips.
Right? That's exactly how I felt too.
It's not progressive.
It's not gradual at all.
It happens from literally one day or even one event to the next. You're like, well, this is my life now.
Somebody said to me the other day, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm in my early 30s. And they were like, you're 34. And I was like, yeah, my early 30s. And they were like, no, you're in your mid-30s. And I was like,
oh my God. Right in the chest. That's actually something I've never, I know this is going to be a little, weird, but I've never had that problem. In the sense that I've had people tell me, oh, you're in mid-30s or whatever. I think I'm at a point, and I was always at a point in my life where I was looking forward to getting older.
Yeah.
And I'm still there, even though I'm technically 40, past 40. To me, it's it's just, I don't see it as, a bad thing. I see it as I've lived a good life, and I'm continuing living a good life, and I have less fucks to give. So, because that's the thing about getting older. You just, less fucks to give.
Amen.
And now...
And also fewer hours to party.
And fewer people...
No, you just start earlier in the day.
Exactly.
You just start at 2 o'clock, end at 8 p.m., in bed by 9.
And fewer...
That's what being in your 30s is
If
about.
you're an event organizer, please organize afternoon parties so that we can go drop it like it's hot at 6 p.m.
And I think also with age also comes less toxic people in your life, because you tend to just what I mean by that is you're more willing to cut them out.
Or you cut them out earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've been in situations where younger I would hold on to relationships because I was like, oh, these are my friends, I'm supposed to, and then now it's no, if we've I'm out.
Oh my
cheers.
God.
There was somebody I went to school with who I didn't clock it at the time, but was the mean friend, and it wasn't until another person in the friend group was
pointed it out
where I was like, shit, you're right, that person is the mean friend. And a few years ago, after several years of disconnect from school and life and COVID, that main friend, they reached out and they're like, oh, I see you're back in the city. Do you want to get back to, having a friendship? And I was like, yeah, let's go to dinner. Let's see how things are. And I went to dinner with them, and through the lens of understanding that this other person had given me, I was like, oh wow, they are the mean friend.
They still were?
They are the taker in the relationship. The only reason that person had asked me to dinner was to tell me that they and their partner had bought a house and that they were going to be moving in a month.
Oh God.
And then when I didn't offer to help them move because I don't have a car, I think I was going to be out of town or something at around the time that they were moving. So I didn't offer to help them move because I couldn't. Well, I never heard back from them after that.
Imagine that. Imagine inviting someone you haven't seen in years to dinner to ask them, hey, or to ask them, because you're not actually asking them, you're just hinting that you need help moving. It's mind-boggling to me.
The thing is, too, if that person had just straight up said,
then come out and say it.
Hey, would you be able to help me move? If I had been able to, I would have said yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they danced around the topic. Anyway, it was kind of funny. I need to get back to my dork. What am I doing? Why am I prevaricating?
Barricading?
Prevaricating.
That's a new word for me.
So I'm pretty sure
I did not learn that in
I'm pretty sure I'm
English
using
classes.
that correctly, but we'll check. So what am I wearing? What's my outfit? I'm wearing my pajamas for start. They're clean. I did not sleep in these. Don't worry.
These look like
they don't
office
look like
trousers.
PJs.
They are lounge pants that I got from Torrid.
Heck yeah.
Don't worry. My daytime pajamas and my nighttime pajamas are two very different sets.
Okay, so me, it's just sweats, but yes.
Yeah, no,
I also see that you are wearing socks because some of y'all are freaks.
Yeah, no free feet pics on the internet.
No free feet.
You gotta pay me first.
You gotta pay.
But what I am wearing that I have actually made is my very first Love Note sweater. I'm not gonna lean forward. I'm too comfy right now. I'm very comfy right now. This is my first Love Note sweater. I love it so much.
Golden.
It is a 3/4 length sleeve, which is my preferred sleeve length, I have to say. Because I'm always pushing them up otherwise. So
I'm really glad I didn't wear my Love Note today because I was gonna and then I didn't.
Yes, I thought about it.
We would have matched.
Again, it would have been okay.
It would have been cute, but like a little too much, you know?
No, we did the Velacore.
Well, I know, that's my point. Like, let's give us
fun.
maybe a little bit, a few times before we do that.
Oh, speaking of the Velacore, we have to wear our Velacore to Knit City, right?
Why? Yeah, sure.
I mean, yes, but why?
Because we were at Knit City when we decided to do a knit along for the Velacore.
Was it at Toronto? In Toronto? It was
You
in Toronto.
haven't worn your Velacore to Knit City yet.
I haven't.
Well, then let's do it.
Okay.
It's settled.
Well,
Please
I
remind me.
will.
But yes.
If you are going
Well, when
to
I
Knit
do the
City,
show notes on Tuesday, I will remind you.
if you are going to Knit City, Toronto, come say hi. I'm going to be wearing my Velacore.
I guess I guess we all are now. It's a cult. It's not a cult. It's not a cult.
Shh. That's not a cult.
Nobody said cult.
Well,
I said cult.
yeah.
I said cult.
So that's your outfit.
Speaking of cults, so the book that I'm reading is the third book in the Legendborn series by Tracey Deonn. I've spoken of the first and the second book earlier this year as I was reading them. It is a YA trilogy, and it's really fascinating. It is a fantasy series that deals with Arthurian legend and mythology, but is set in like the modern era with like the descendants of the Round Table. And it's really interesting because the main character, Bree, is this 16-year-old black girl. It's set in, I want to say like North Carolina. I'm pretty sure it's North Carolina. I think the university they're at is UNC Chapel Hill. But the main character, Bree, she's this 16-year-old black girl who gets into this like fictitious like early college program at the university, and she goes, and then shenanigans abound, and she gets involved with this like secret society on campus.
I love a secret society.
And the secret society has to do with the Knights of the Round Table and the descendants of the Knights of the Round Table.
And wouldn't you know it, she is one.
Well, she gets involved with the descendants.
Oh, she's not herself a descendant.
You gotta read the books.
I feel like I figured it out now.
You've gotta read the books here. Spoiler reading.
Spoiler warning.
But it's really cool too, because one of the things that I personally really enjoy about these books is that you have like the Arthuriana and the magic system associated with that.
But then fun.
But then Bree and being and having the family history sheet, I really don't want to give away any spoilers. But other than what Annie has already said. But Bree being a black woman descended from enslaved black people in the South, and the magic system associated with being black in the South, and how those two magic systems interact is absolutely fascinating. It's honestly cool. Really well written. Yeah. I would absolutely recommend it. As is the case with any book, I always recommend checking out trigger warnings if you need to. There is, as is the case in a fantasy series that has to deal with like war and violence, there is death. There is the death of a parent that's spoken of. And yes, so just check them out if you need to. Please protect yourself when you read books. But they're so good. I will say this because this is one thing that irks me, but I recognize that I am a 34-year-old woman reading a book where the main character is 16. She acts like she's 16. She makes choices like a 16-year-old girl does. And I'm like,
so it's frustrating.
I'm like, Bree, you're being so dumb. Why are you doing this? She's 16.
But she's 16. That's right? Kind of what she should be doing.
Just like she's 16. And every time she does that, I have to... Have you guys seen that
the
clip
Little
of
Mermaid?
video? No.
Yes.
No, but that clip of a video where there's like a woman, she's on like a game show or something, and she gets like really heated, and she goes, "I'm fine. I'm an adult
that's
woman.
Angela.
I'm fine."
Yeah,
that's me. Literally
every
every time Bree makes a decision that I like fundamentally disagree with, I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm an adult. She's 16. I'm fine." That's how I feel.
You have to. You can't.
I have to remind myself that there's a huge
you're
age
not
difference.
living vicariously through her.
No.
You are living. Like
alongside her
story, which essentially means you're not her. She will do her own, she'll make her own mistakes.
I have a question for you now that we're talking about this, like the main character having such a big age gap with the reader. When you guys read, do you POV do you point of view the main character? Like you insert yourself in their shoes and you are living the story through their eyes?
It really
or
depends
do
on the
you
story.
observe?
No. But I'm more of an observer.
Yeah.
You're an observer?
But sometimes I do, like, it depends on the story for me.
Yeah.
I've noticed. More often than not, I'm an observer. Because I try...
Okay, go on.
But I think I started more as a point of view, and then I moved on to being more of an observer, because a lot of the experiences were just very different from mine, and I preferred to, like, observe. No. And I don't agree with some of the stuff that happens, but at the same time, I'm enjoying the journey.
Well, that's what makes good books.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm a bird's eye view reader, because I am one of those people that wants to figure out the story before you get to the point of the story where it's, like, told to you what's happening.
Got it.
So I'm always trying to look for the background details, any of the little tiny clues that are being left there, sprinkled in by the author. So I'm a bird's eye view reader.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good.
And you are, eh?
I've always been a bird's eye view, like an observer, and I didn't realize one could do anything other than observe the plot of a story through, like, you know. But there's people that feel it like a POV, and that I thought that was really, really interesting because I've never experienced that.
I can do that, but it really has to be a specific type of
There's definitely
reading.
books where you get really, I don't know if sympathetic, I guess you feel a lot of empathy toward the characters. Mm-hmm. So when they experience something,
you feel it.
You really feel it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking in particular to... like, I read recently, oh my god, why am I, what? Brain just fully exploded.
Blanked.
And if you picture a volcano, that's just what happened in my mind right now. Okay, I'm going to use a different example. When I read Kingdom of Ash, the, like, last Throne of Glass books, I was, like, thousands of pages already into this series. I was invested in the characters. Certain events happened in the book. I kind of knew to a degree that they were coming because, you know, clues,
the setup,
sprinkles, the setup was there. But then they happened, and I just was, like, hyperventilating, sobbing, because the way it was written was so evocative. You get attached to these characters.
Yeah.
So even though I'm sitting up here watching the story, I'm still feeling it right in here.
Because you don't have to be... Because I find, like, stories, especially stories that have so many characters and so many point of views, it's really hard to just pick one.
Yeah.
So it's easier to be an observer, but still have empathy for, like, some characters more than others. But it's I think point of view for me has to be a story that has very little characters, like, not a lot. Because otherwise too much that happens.
That I'm thinking of now.
I think the closest I've gotten to reading a book through the main character's POV is when I read The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Because first of all, that is written in a POV.
Yeah.
Right? And second of all, the author does a really good job at hiding a lot of things from you so that you can't imagine them in your mind as they are happening. Yeah. So it made it easier for me to immerse myself as if I were the character in this mystery. But other than that, I usually just read and I'm like, what an idiot, you know?
I just picture you literally saying this out loud.
Oh, man.
Too funny. So that's what you're reading.
That's what I'm reading. As for what I'm knitting, I have the very, very, very tiny little beginnings of a sock cuff. Because I have, for the third year in a row, signed up to test knit the Star Wars socks from Elyse Dugal.
Yay!
So this year, she's already shared photos.
Oh, these are like TIE Fighter style, right?
No!
No?
It's the Twin Sons of Tatooine.
Oh my god, it looks like sand ripples!
And that's what it is, it's sand dunes! It's Tatooine!
It looks like sand dunes!
Who wants to hold this close to the camera? Because I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up.
It's a paper, so we'll see how well it comes through.
It could be worse.
There you go.
Isn't
beautiful.
That cute?
So these will be coming out on May 4th.
Of course.
As they do every year.
No surprise there. And
It's the Sands of Tatooine!
The Twin Sons and the Sand Dunes.
Oh
so I'm pretty excited. I did 2 years ago, I did the droid socks, which were C-3PO inspired. Last year, I did More Machine Than Man, which was Darth Vader inspired. And this year, we have not person, but place inspired socks with the
I
twin
love
suns.
that. It's kind of landscapey.
I know. And I've decided to kind of go a bit of a departure of what I normally would do with these projects. I'm using a gradient.
What?
But the gradient is just like one long gradient on the single strand, so the socks aren't going to be a perfect match.
That is so out of character for you.
I know, right? So the first sock is going to be gold into like the start of the pink.
Like the rusty pink?
Yeah, into like the rusty pink, and then the second sock will be like the rusty pink through the pink into the purple. I'm actually really excited.
This girl's like absolutely out of her comfort zone today.
I know.
Love it.
This is a sock blank from Sweet Georgia. The colorway is Wanderlust. In case you're looking to also get it. I'm very excited.
Such a lovely color.
I know. I think what I might do just to kind of preserve the gradient is I'll pull from the inside with the purple to do the heel flap.
Yeah.
Just to kind of make sure that the top of the...
Sir.
Wow. Okay.
Sir.
Okay. Details don't matter to Bilbo, I guess. But just to make sure that the gradient is even across the top of the sock and it's not broken up when I do the heel flap.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm kind of excited because when I pulled it out of my stash, it was giving me sunset vibes.
Yeah.
And the twin suns, and one of the suns is actually setting on the sock.
Oh.
Are you just getting 360?
Yeah.
360.
He
Okay,
just
cool.
needed to...
You needed to readjust. Oh, cutie patootie.
So, yeah. Mismatched colors.
Love
and then
that.
on the socks themselves.
I'm gonna hold it closer just
yeah.
because the fade is so cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
So it came in a sock blank, but it started at the purple end. So I unraveled it and caked it up so that I could start with the gold end.
Very cool.
Yeah, because I wanted to start from this side. And the suns are mirrored on the socks. So you have one sun at the top and then one setting sun. And then on the other sock, it's like the setting sun and the full sun at the top. So you have a distinct left and right sock. I will absolutely be switching them on my foot as I go, hi, I've been blessed.
I know, that was me before. Now he's turned around.
He's like looking at me.
He's like, my other hip needs...
The baby. He's just a baby. He's just a distinguished little gentleman. Anyway, I've been dorking for a long time now. That's it. I am drinking tea, wearing a sweater, reading a book, and knitting a sock.
That is so unsurprising now that you say it in that way.
I know, seriously.
That's like
individual parts of that were like really surprising.
Yeah, but as
in
a whole,
general,
it's on brand.
on brand. I can go next since I'm at the beginning of a row. I am drinking a homemade lemonade with goji berry.
Ooh.
So it's pink because of the goji. And it's delicious, but I put a little bit too much lemon juice and now it's like you know? It's tart, but I love it.
It'll wake you up.
Mm-hmm. That is my drink. I wanted to have another coffee, but we are out of milk.
Okay, I'm also out of milk because I was going to ask you for milk for my tea, but I forgot.
Good thing you didn't. I wouldn't have had any. So, and I don't like drinking coffee without cream or milk.
Yep.
Don't come at me saying that I don't like the taste of coffee. I just like mine to be sweet and creamy. That's my business. So, because I didn't have any cream... Are you taking pictures of my dog?
To put on the feed so everybody else can enjoy him.
Oh, he
Oh,
moved.
you moved! You made a move!
I made a move?
I'm
made
sorry.
a move.
I think he just... Well, you got the picture. He just felt
He
like
got
he was...
the
You know,
picture.
paparazzi's looking at him.
He's like, I'm just trying to relax. Well, I saved it now. I can put it on my wall. My actual wall. Print it out, frame it in my living room.
Your analog wall.
My analog wall.
Listen, that's what I do anyway, so I support this.
Where is there's
This is right there.
out of frame,
Yeah.
there is a
It's right
distinguished pug general.
Distinguished
painted.
gentleman.
Painted.
I wanted another coffee, but I didn't have milk. So instead, I made a lemonade. And it doesn't wake me up anything close to what a coffee would do. But I think the fizziness is helping keep me upright.
Yeah.
I am not like Ali hungover because for some reason my stomach didn't mind that much tequila. Maybe it's because I'm Mexican.
Yeah, I was going to say it's cultural. There you go.
It's cultural. What is my outfit? I am wearing my oversized tarot tee. And it's not called the oversized tarot tee. The tarot tee is actually quite fitted, but I made it multiple sizes bigger than it needed to be because I wanted it flowy.
It fits really well.
Thank you very much. And it is made in Barocco Remix, which, if you've never used Barocco Remix, is like the dregs of the fiber mill.
Yeah.
It has cotton, it has linen, it has silk, it has wool, it has alpaca, it has everything. They just mixed it all together into this. So it feels
it's like
very...
a waste reduction type program that they have.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they spin it with the leftovers.
And they spin it with the leftovers, but like they have it down to a science. Like the ratios are pretty standardized. So every ball of remix actually like
has the same
fiber content. So it feels the same.
Yeah.
I quite like it. I think it has a little bit of hemp as well because there's some.
Oh yeah.
There's some.
It feels very planty.
There's some fibers here that resisted the dye,
look at that.
and it looks really nice, and I quite like it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how I am officially declaring that spring has sprung, because I'm wearing still my knits.
You want to tell that to the outside?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Spring has sprung. You better get on it. Not that the weather.
It ain't sprinting right now.
The weather hasn't caught up to my declaration, but
astronomically it's spring. Biologically, botanically, no.
No.
Not even close.
Temperature-wise, it's still a winter. But for me, this is spring knits because it's a plant fiber mix, short sleeve top. So
cute.
That's what I'm wearing today.
Cute. I
also wanted to mention that my arms are kind of peeling a little bit. So if you didn't know, once a year every woman sheds their skin like a snake.
Yep.
And so that's what's happening to me right now. So I had to like extra exfoliate and extra put oil on, just so that I wouldn't, be super dry.
You're in your reputation era.
I am in my reputation era. Yeah. So if you have women around you, make sure that you get them like body oils and moisturizers for when they do shed their skin in the spring of every year. This is why we often go on vacation together or take some time off work so that we can,
help with the peeling.
Peel off and just like,
Yeah, we're not having fun. We're just like picking scabs.
That's right. Like a chameleon. Yeah. Like a gecko.
Fun.
That's right.
Like a gecko.
Like a gecko in our enclosures like this under a heat lamp.
Yeah. That sounds correct.
Lovely.
That's correct. And absolutely scientifically true. I'm not reading actually because I've been playing Timberborn. So
well, then that's what you're doing.
All I've been reading is the interface of this fantastic video game. I like it so much and I highly recommend it. If you like cute beavers and city building games, this is for you.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Let's just...
About me playing with my beavers?
Yeah. Oh, multiple.
I'm up to 102 beavers. In my colony.
Woo, girl, you get out.
And in. No, that's what I've been doing instead of reading.
Sorry.
I have a book that I want to start. Apprentice to the Villain.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's sitting right there. I haven't started it. I also have a book that I have to pick up from the library. I haven't picked it up.
Has it been more than 7 days since you got the email?
Yeah.
It's already gone back.
Oh, they didn't tell me that they would do that.
Yeah, you get 7 days to pick it up and then they return it. They release it.
I'm going to have to order it again. But that's okay, because I have a long list of books to read before then. And
Which
what am I
book
knitting?
was it?
The True Cost of Wool.
Ah, got it.
By Anna Hunter.
You could probably get a copy of it this weekend.
I can probably get a copy of it this weekend at Knit City.
Maybe even signed.
Maybe even signed.
That could be really cool.
And I am on the last little bit of this Simple Thing. The pattern's called Simple Thing, but I did if you watch my vlog, I explained there how the Simple Thing pattern is almost identical to the Sophie, except it's free. And the difference is they increase at every 6th row or every 4th row. But the pattern also says if you want it to be longer or thinner, you can increase at a slower rate. So I chose to do increases every 8th row for the tip. And now I'm on the decrease every 8th row on the other line. And it'll soon be finished.
Aww.
Yay.
I think this is a really nice color.
That is really nice.
It's a really nice color.
And for the time where I don't need a full shawl to leave the door, to leave the house,
Spring and fall.
I'm really looking forward to wearing this in the next few months.
Oh, I want to make a couple more.
Well, I have a bit left over if you want some.
Oh no, I have so much scrap yarn it's coming out of my eyeballs. But I have the one. I have my one Sophie scarf, and now I'm like, should I make like 17 more tiny scarves? I think I will.
Did I tell you that I made when the Sophie scarf was coming out? There was another scarflet called the Alex scarf by I think it's Knitting for Olive. Pernille Larsen. And I made it and I loved it and I wore it a lot. And then 2 years ago, I left it accidentally behind at a pub.
Oh no!
And I came back the next day because I had left that and my wallet had both fallen out of my jacket. So I panicked. I went back and they had recovered my wallet, but not the scarf.
Aww. Somebody took it.
Somebody took my scarf that I made with my 2 hands.
One.
So now I'm making this one. It's not the same design because this is garter and the Alex was rib, which I found really, really nice texture. But you know what? It's going to be what it's going to be because I don't have energy to think about it.
Love a good shawl.
So we're just knitting. That's it. Carine, how about you? What are you dorking?
Well, drinking is pretty boring. It's just water.
Water is never boring. Water is never boring.
I had green tea this morning.
Hydrate or dihydrate?
Pretty much. But I'm just water.
Water is
we're
life.
Outfit is my favorite things. Camisole number something.
I think you said 9.
I think it's 9. I'm not. I don't quote me on this.
That's so cute. It's kind of like a broken rib.
The show notes will eventually have it listed below.
It's a very nice one, and it's one that I did a little bit oversized.
That's so nice. I remember we were at the beach and you were working on this.
And then I realized that the straps were longer than they needed to be. So I literally created this thing where I looped the strap. In the on the back here. So there's a little loop here of this strap so that it actually pulled everything up because otherwise this was like down here.
Yeah,
It was like
way too
this
long
is a little too much. So I was like, I'm all for like breathable.
Yeah. It looks great layered under the linen shirt.
Yeah,
I feel like which is a courtesy of Annie. So
is it?
Yeah, this is yours or was yours.
Oh my god!
Mine now.
So we have this thing going on when we get rid of clothes to each other.
Yeah, pretty much. So it kind of works out.
It works.
Size wise, it goes usually Carine, Annie, me, but then sometimes things go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So so that's my. As for what I'm reading, that's probably the bigger portion. So
okay.
I'm reading a lot of stuff. Just finished reading a lot of stuff. Like I don't know, I was on a reading obsessed thing. Where do I start? So I just finished yesterday the Midnight Bookshop, which by Amanda Jane.
Oh, you were talking about it last time.
Yeah,
How did you like it?
It was adorable.
Aww.
In so many ways. I can't even. Let me just make sure I got that right before I... Yes, Amanda James. So it's very cute. It's cozy. It does have a little bit of a hard start because these are 3 people who are like in hard situations in their lives, but it gets cozy pretty darn quick. So it's a very lovely book, lovely ending, lovely. Like if you want a cozy, adorable little like fairy tale mystical vibes, this is for you. The audiobook was wonderful.
Does it have special effects?
Well, I don't know about special effects, but whoever was reading It did all the accents that you can think of,
Nice.
and I thought it was, and
I
they
love
were
it
pretty
when
darn
they do
good.
that.
It was pretty good. I was very impressed. So yeah, it's definitely a good read. I also finished. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna put it out there. We're gonna go from very cute to pretty fucked up. So just FYI, this is where we're at right now.
That's the scale.
So
That's
look
the
up
scale.
all the books before you start
Yes,
reading them.
the first one you probably don't need trigger warnings, but well, no, you know what, you do. Trigger warnings for all of them.
If you need them, you need them.
Even the comfy one, because one of those particular situations, actually two of them are pretty hard, like at first.
Yeah.
But like I said, it doesn't last long.
It's
so.
context setting.
Yeah, it's pretty much, and nothing happens on screen. Like it's all like talked about.
I love that you said
or on
screen, but
yeah.
it's a book.
On page. Sorry.
In ear.
In ear, yeah. Second one is Pen Pal from J.T. Geissinger, which was a how do I put it this way? Like a supernatural, dark-ish romance. It's not super dark, but it is like horror, suspense, kind of a little bit like a spooky vibe. But like there's a lot of romance in it, which is kind of really cute. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be a little more spooky. It's not super spooky, but it has a bit of that like mystery vibe to it. You're like, wait, and I won't lie, it took me like a little longer. I was tired, but it took me about half the book to realize what was happening and go like, oh. So there is a bit of a twist at the end that I caught on, but not everybody would necessarily catch on.
Ah, a little secret there for the
so it's
ones.
yeah, it's nice, but it's definitely a bit of a like if you like mystery thrillers with a bit of a supernatural twist and also lots of romance, you're probably gonna enjoy it. But again, look at your trigger warnings because there are some.
Yeah.
And the one I'm currently reading, or like two that I'm currently reading, I'm kind of like flipping back and forth between Rook and Rebel, which is I don't know what to classify this. It's a light gray, kind of funny, dark humor-ish, I guess, romance. So far so good. I'm about like maybe a quarter in. Mm-hmm. It's all right. Like I'm not like obsessed with it.
It's not hooked you in yet.
It hasn't hooked me in yet, but I do enjoy. It's kind of like the biker gang versus the little rich princess. So there's a bit of a cliche in there.
That's cute.
It's kind of cute, but like
I love a trope.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like again trigger warnings, and then you have book 3 of the Edge of Darkness trilogy by Leigh Rivers, which is the Restitution, I think it's called. Please be aware if you if you know about this series, you probably want to read it. If you don't know about this series, you probably don't want to read it.
Fair point.
I don't know what I'm getting into, but we're gonna go for it. It's a 3rd book. I want to know how the trilogy ends. I want to know how the story ends. I was told it's a happy ending.
Wait, you haven't read the other 2?
Well, no, I've read the other 2.
Oh,
That's what
okay,
I mean. It's like,
She wants to be a completionist.
Got it.
I just want to finish. I liked it. Although it's one of those books where it was hard to read at times. So I have to be in a mood. I was talking to somebody about this.
You have to have a full cup before you start.
Yeah, I feel like, and the reason I started the Midnight Bookshop was literally because I finished book 2.
And you were tired emotionally. Yeah.
Not tired, just I needed to cleanse myself.
Yeah.
Like I said, I go from dark to give me the coziest, most beautiful romantasy or like fairy tale thing you can get I can get my hands on, so I feel like I'm clean, and then I can
balance.
Do you use Storygraph?
Yes.
Okay, I would be so interested to see your
it's messed stuff. Oh, I don't know what it is. It's probably messed up.
No. Okay, because Storygraph is really cool because it
has
has this
good question.
Really fun thing where if you look at which one is it? If you look at your stats, there is like a mood tracker that you can look at, and I would be so intrigued to see what your mood tracker is for the year.
Well, so far.
So does it tell you like this year you've
So far it says dark and emotional.
No. not there.
Moods?
If you, let me just see. If I look
stars
for, where was it? I had it in my 2025 reading recap. So you do your recap for last year.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. And then it eventually will slowly populate. And then you scroll down and there's a graph and it has this line. And if the mood of your thing is really grimdark, it pushes the line down. But if your mood of what you're reading is really happy and light, it pushes the line up. So a lot of people, they tend to just be like,
I don't know where it is. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go.
wow. Wow. That's a choice.
Show
That's
the chat.
So I went from like, oh god, I'm not gonna see it. You were not gonna see it very well.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I went from like
When the line is at the bottom, that's dark stuff.
yeah.
Okay. Hey.
I'm but
Whatever.
like I said,
that's like, are you okay, honey? Kind of stuff.
I tend like I said, I tend to do that thing where I go from like really pitch black to like, oh, this is kind of nice. Like let's go for like it really depends on my mood. There are moments where like or times where I don't want anything to do with pitch black for a long time, and then there are moments where I'm like, this is what I want to read.
And you tend
right
to
now.
do the thing where you read a series in full.
Yes.
Where you might take a break to read like one or two other books.
There's a few exceptions to that, like
you do tend
looking
to
at
read
you,
the
Reign of
series.
Shadow and Endings. But where I can't like. There are series where I will binge the series just because I want resolution.
Yeah.
There are others where I cannot physically do that because it will so crush me.
Yeah.
Reign of Shadows and Endings, or the Legacy series, is an example of that. Which I'm supposed to start number 3, and it's there sitting, and then I'm like, I gotta go somewhere else.
Okay, no, we should have one of those. As soon as the weather is like incredible and beautiful and sunny and 25 degrees, we should have like a patio get together where we just start the books we've been
Yes! Oh my, that's a great idea.
So it's like a happy, bubbly day outside, but the book is
That
like,
and a bag of chips.
But so this is what I'm reading. But the true tea here is that that last book I just talked about, number 3, I got it at the new romance bookstore.
Yeah.
So Evermore Books, which is on Bank
Street.
Street. If you know, you know. It's close to the McDonald's and the Mad Radish. It's pretty much
really
between
close to
McDonald's and Mad
Lansdowne.
Radish. So if you know where it is, it's close to Cattleman's Bagel on and Lansdowne.
It's the Lansdowne area of
So
Bank Street.
Nice.
I actually sent her a text
She
around
did.
an hour after they opened and said, like, it's just FYI, it's a 3-hour wait. Like,
Oh
to
my
get in.
god, they had a lineup?
Oh,
It was literally like a long
The
to
lineup
McDonald's and then
never
down
stopped.
the block.
Whoa.
it went down the block to the flower shop, and to be fair, good on you girls. The flower shop girls literally came out and gave cards to everybody, like
So smart.
coupons and
That's
stuff. Like,
so
hey,
cute.
we've seen you just like hang out. We're kind of like just sitting around doing nothing. So here you go. Like, so they
Get it. Get your flowers.
Get it.
smart. That was
Literally.
smart.
Get
Because
your flowers.
if you like romance books, high chance you also like
Like flowers, yeah. So this was definitely and it that line never like shortened.
Yeah.
Wow.
It would just-
good for them.
Oh,
Congratulations, Amanda.
I think I saw on the I might be wrong, but I saw on Instagram that one of them had the order 1,299. So
Yeah.
that means they've had at least
1,000.
1,300 people
Yeah, on the first day.
on the first day. Like and here's the thing. I was talking when I waited in line for like the 3 hours. And
Oh, you got there at 11.
I got there.
Oh, I thought you were going early.
No, so I ended up getting there around like whatever, and I was like, and then I sat in the car for about 10 minutes with Matt because Matt came with me, and I thought it was going to be a quick little like
Jaunt.
in and out. And then I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. And then Matt's like, yeah, but you got here, and like this is what you wanted to do. I'm like, yeah, but you're not going to stay with me for those 3 hours or whatever, how long. He's like, I'm just going to walk around, and he did
Wow.
because he is the real MVP in this whole story.
MVP.
Good job, guys.
He
Good job, bud.
just like walked around and just chilled and like went to get tea or like whatever, went to a cafe, ate a little bit, took a nap in the car. The point is he let me do my thing for 3 hours. He
Nice.
did not rush me in any shape or form, and I kept like, are you okay? Do you need something? Like, and he's like, just stop worrying about me and do your thing. Like, it was very nice of him to like be that way. But
So what's it like inside the shop?
it's small.
Yes.
Is it pink?
But pink, yes. Yeah, it's pink.
Yay!
It's small but lovely. We waited so long. I thought there was going to be no books left. But thank God the owner, Amanda, was very smart. She anticipated, and apparently, so I was talking to her husband, who was essentially managing the door, and I was like, did you expect that many people to come in? He's like, not even a little bit. And he's like, I was telling him, I'm like, I don't think you understand how like women rally around this kind of stuff, because this is the world we live in.
Yeah.
We need this.
Garbage fire, joy.
Yes.
Fire, joy.
So like
We're gonna
this
choose
is
joy.
women literally, well, people, because it's not just women, like showing up because they wanted to feel, because it's and then the amount of people that would stop at the line go like, what is this for? What is this for? And then we're just like, romance books. And they're like, oh, really? And then they're like, a lot of women would like take pictures of the, like, so they would come back later.
Yeah.
So it was lovely. And I was a little scared because 3 hours
Seems
by
like
myself.
a lot. Yeah.
Within 2 minutes.
You had friends.
The 2 people in the back from me are just like, let's just chat. And then we chatted for 3 hours.
Oh, that's so nice.
And we bonded over, books to the point where when I got in, I found a book that I'm pretty sure one of the girls was going to like, and it was the only copy that was left. So I grabbed it and I was like, I think you're going to like this. And she's like, oh yeah. And then that was it. So we yeah.
That's so cute.
So and it's funny because then right in the front of me, this other woman, when I told them, I was like, this is kind of nice. I came here alone and I thought this was going to be like, and then the one in front was like, this is the kind of line where there's nobody who actually comes alone. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you come alone, you're not leaving alone. She was 100% right.
So cute.
But it was very lovely. We had lovely chats, and turns out the 2 girls are crocheters. So guess what I did? I plugged in our knit night.
Yay!
Truly not a cult. Not a cult.
I was like, listen, guys, and it turns out one of them, their mom went to our movie event, and she was like, oh, that sounds fun. I'm like, yeah, next one is in May something, and then it's like Ocean's 11, and they're all like, okay, yeah. So I was like,
oh my gosh,
doing the Lord's work
funny.
is what I was doing.
Seriously.
You messaged me to tell me I was walking over, because I had lunch plans with a friend, so I was like, oh, I'll go after, like in the afternoon, and Kevin messages me as I'm walking to lunch, the line is 3 hours long, just so you know. Yeah. And I was like, what? No way. And so I get to lunch, and I look on Instagram, and I'm like, fucking shit.
Like I got in line at 11:30. I got in the shop at 3.
Congratulations, Amanda and co. Like that's incredible.
That's so
and there
fun.
were still stuff. I ended up buying 4 books. 3 of them were on my
Which
buy
ones
list.
did you get?
That third one.
Yeah.
The 2 from a series called that I just started, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it. But I'm one of those people that like if I read the first one, I'm gonna
completion it.
It's called Dear Reader. It's kind of like a high school cultish, weird stuff happening, spooky vibes. I like it.
Spooky, like Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah. So Dear Reader is the first one, and it's also more than one male lover. So I kind of enjoy that a little bit sometimes.
We love a kinky arc.
The 2 other ones are like Your Next, and I forgot the other one. Watch your something. Watch Your Step or Watch Your Back. So I got those 2, and then
that doesn't sound romantic.
I know.
I don't
well, because it's not about the romance in this case. It's about like what's happening to them. And then the last one is one that was not on my reading list. I just happened upon it, and I was like, oh, and it's called Hide and Seek, and I don't know what I'm getting into, but it's about a woman who works as a mortician or like in a morgue, and then it sounds to be like a bit of a police romance thing. So there's I'm assuming some kind of serial killer or whatever who wants to like do something to her or like get to her, and he's doing it through bodies, and then she has to enlist the help of this sexy like SWAT team or whatever guy, and then I'm like, all right, you know what, this sounds lovely. So
that sounds like right up your alley.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like mystery, horror, and romance with hot cops. So let's do it. So again, I have no idea. I've never read anything from this author. I don't even remember the author. I have to check that out. But yeah. And I got a pillow that says 1 more chapter, and then there's a little sleeve where you can put the book in.
That's so fun. Can somebody help me? I'm struggling.
What is
happening? Get this open.
My nails are too long, and so I can't. Thank you. I can't open cans right now. I really need to go get my nails done. They're too long. I'm just like struggling. I have to use spoons now at home. Sorry, as you were.
Because
yeah,
you're
so
a delicate flower.
So it was, and the bookshop has like obviously romance. So they have all the different types of romance. Young adult, contemporary, western, dark,
historical,
monsters, romantasy, like they're all there. Like,
and there's a section for local authors too.
Yes.
I did see that online.
I do think the way that they're setting up, or that they've set up, that they're probably going to expand a little bit. It does look like it's like the start of something, and then they're going to expand on it. Nice. They have upcoming events in April and May.
They have an event space?
Yeah, but I mean like events that they're planning. They're going to host events, right? They already have like a few dates of like, we're doing this. Obviously, they were also advertised April 25th. 5th, I believe, which is
International
Indie Bookstore
Indie
Day.
Bookstore.
Bookstore Day, which of course
I'm
I'll
crawling.
be there.
Yeah, we're crawling.
Yeah, it's happening.
You don't, we're crawling.
Yes,
We're
it's not even a question.
We're crawling.
We did an indie bookstore crawl a couple years ago, and I
It was so much
still
fun.
treasure the books that I got that day.
Yeah, so
I
it's,
think I've read like half of the ones I bought that year.
and can I just
so far.
say how wonderful it was to see like the indie bookstores actually like welcome the Evermore,
showing up
like,
for each other. Yeah.
Not only that, employees from Indigo went to the Evermore bookstore.
Nice.
Like just to not just show support, but be like, yeah, I kind of want. And I was asking them because you're going to be able to order online or order from them directly. Because here's the thing. There are books that I would like that probably Indigo would have, but I would have to order them from Indigo. If I'm going to have to order them from somewhere, might as well order them from that indie bookstore. That helps, like, because yes, it may take maybe a week more, but I get to support a local business. I get to, like, still enjoy the book eventually, and, like, I don't know, I feel like it's better for me.
It's better for everybody. Can I also just add this tiny PSA too? If you are somebody who like likes to check out what books are coming out in the future, like you love pre-orders and you want to pre-order a book because you want to make sure you get it right away, go to your indie bookstore and be like, hey, I want to pre-order these books, and then they will get them for you like when they are published immediately. And so I literally just went to the local like indie that's a couple blocks that way, and I was like, these are the 5 books I want to pre-order. I didn't have to pay for them right away. I pay for them as they arrive. And the great thing too that I was told is that if a book doesn't have a box date on it, so for example the Akotar books, when they come out, they're being released on a very specific day. The booksellers cannot release them before that. However, some of the other books that I wanted to pre-order don't have a box date, and therefore if they arrive into the store before the pub date, I can get them before the pub date. It might only be 2 or 3 days, but I can I can still get them in advance. 100%. So if you go into your indie bookstore, say these are the books I want to pre-order, boopity boop, it's in their system. A book is already reserved for you when it's published.
I think that also what I love about it is a lot of people don't think about going through indie bookstores.
It's true.
If you do all your pre-orders through Indigo, there is a small chance that Indigo is going to be like, well, actually we ran out of, or you know what I mean, versus the indie bookstore who's probably going to be like, no, we're good. Like we got copies.
We purchased them specifically for you.
And indie bookstores are much more likely, I feel, to do like midnight releases.
Yes.
And like theme parties and stuff.
Yeah.
And I am so excited for all of the ones I'm going to go to at Evermore. Like all of them. Every single one. I don't care if I know the book or not.
We should invite her to the next movie.
Yes. Oh my god, that'd be so much fun.
That would be so much fun.
Because, like, you know, they could meet some people, but, like, we can give them the microphone.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the
Can I just say, though,
is a circle
like,
between, like, crafters and readers.
Yes. Yep. And I just want to give a shout out to Amanda for her Instagram savvy.
Yeah.
Like that campaign.
Amazing.
The reason why you had that many people go to your store on opening day is because of that campaign. You did such a good job. Yeah. Everybody was like, I need to be there. Yep. It was like the event not to miss, which I missed the whole opening, but like, I don't care. I was in line for like almost 4 hours. But I don't regret anything. Like I just regret that Matt had to tag along with me for the sport.
But you had fun and you met some cool people.
Yeah, and they have really cute little art when you get in, and like
now I want to go.
It's kind of funny because like I would argue you should probably wait a week or two. The reason why is because they probably have to restock on some stuff. Because when I got in, I was like, I can tell there are things missing.
I was clicking through the Instagram stories last night and this morning, and that was when they started resharing everybody's posts about it, and the lineup looked bananas. Yeah. Seeing like 1,300 purchases made over the course of the day.
The Glebe did not know what was happening.
And for all of you folks who are also like journaling fans or like stationery fans, paper papier is like half a block away.
Yes! I was so tempted to be like, hey, can you hold my place? I'm just gonna go over there.
Like pop into paper, like go to the bookstore,
the papery,
get some bagels, go to the papery, not paper papier. Paper papier is in the market. But go to the papery, like get your journal supplies, get your crafting supplies, get your books, get your bagels. You know, have a great day after that. It's gonna be a good time.
It's definitely and the amount of people that like, because the line was in front of McDonald's. Yeah. So they would just pop into McDonald's and get coffee. So like the amount of people that got into the bookstore with like
With
coffee
McDonald's?
mugs, McDonald's. So
I mean,
McDonald's had a great day.
If it works, it works, you know?
So yeah, this was definitely.
I'm now
if
thinking
you,
that that's really close to my friend Allison's house, and I might go get her to
Do
like go to the
it.
bookstore.
Well, there you go.
I'm out of town the next 2 weekends, so I have to wait until a weekend. that I'm
whenever you're
free,
ready,
but-
just let me know and we'll go. I'm
Love
happy.
it.
Emma already had, because she was supposed to go with me and
Yeah.
she was sick.
Oh,
So she's like, I don't know when I'll go. I'm like, just let me know when you're going. I'll just tag along.
Yay!
Every time, from this moment on, anytime somebody wants to go, just assume I will be going with you. Just assume it. It's going to happen. Because this
so
is where
glad.
I want to live.
I am so glad that they had such a positive reception because Westboro Books, which was an independent bookstore in Westboro, just recently closed its doors.
Oh, no.
And so it was really, really sad to see the loss of an independent bookstore in the city. But it's really nice to see a new one opening up.
And
Yeah.
a thematic one at
Yeah.
that. So fun.
I do think that romance-specific one is going to probably do well because, let's be real, it sells. And it sells because a lot of women in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and all the ages just want to feel that kind of energy in their lives. Whether they have it or not is irrelevant. They just want more of it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it does sell. So to anybody who goes like, this is not real fiction or blah, 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 or it's inferior, I say, you know
Those
what?
people are incorrect.
First
and
of
we
all,
don't want
incorrect.
you.
No, second of all, it is literally what sells the most right now. So, yeah. She definitely did a good job in opening a romance-only bookstore because that's where, like, also, as a woman, like, I'm going to feel like I can always find something good in there. You know what I mean? Like, themed bookstores, to me, are always, like, the only ones I've ever seen were either romance or, like, science fiction and fantasy, which is fair, and I love those as well. But
I would like to add a murder mystery themed bookstore.
oh, that would be amazing!
No. I'm telling you this because my uncle literally owns a murder mystery themed bookstore in Toronto.
Okay, well then...
It's called The Sleuth of Baker Street.
What? Oh, I love it.
Right. There
Love
is a
it.
shop dog.
And
There's a shop dog
we've
named Percy.
established that you're going to have to inherit that.
Yes!
And we're all going to move to Toronto.
Yes!
I'm the only one of the nieces who has expressed any interest in the store, and I've told him on several occasions in the past that if he does not want to sell the business, that I'd be more than happy to inherit it. I don't think he's ever taken me seriously, but
it's okay. Just keep saying it, and eventually he'll be like, "I think she's serious."
Yeah. his business partner is my Aunt Marion. They're not married. Not anymore. They were. Anyway, she's still my Aunt Marion. And they run this shop, and it's incredible. And if you ever get a chance to visit the Sleuth of Baker Street in Toronto, I highly recommend it.
Amazing. I prefer, like, not... Look,
Ask to visit the stacks in the basement.
there's nothing wrong with a bookstore that has all the types. But when you have a specific genre, you can really get into the niche of that genre, which is what I enjoy about, like, again, the romance. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I did a bit of a double take when I saw the monsters section in romance. I was like, well, okay.
Yep.
Hell yeah,
I'm like,
baby.
yeah. And of course, the first thing I saw was the one that I keep seeing on every time they talk about monster romance. It's a, I don't know.
I
it's
got
a,
drunk and
No, it's
married
a-
a demon.
No, it's a something about a cow or a
Oh,
bull.
the milking the
That one.
something.
Milking Maid or whatever. Like
That
that one. Front and center, right there. I'm like, all right.
Like
Milking
someone
the
to build,
Minotaur. It's milking
Yeah.
the Minotaur.
Yeah, there we go.
Or something like that.
someone to build a nest in, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of it. It's
They're great books. Haven't read them yet? Heard they're great.
I haven't read. I just laughed when I saw this. It's the only part I was like, not. I think I wasn't expecting it, but then when I saw it, I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
Whatever brings you joy, folks.
I'm
Whatever
the last
brings
person to
you
judge.
joy.
So yeah, this was As for what I'm knitting, I am knitting a pair of socks
Yay!
for the first time in ever.
Socks Club.
So
Socks Club.
I'm reading
Socks Club.
from this little 52 weeks of socks. It is the number 27, the Alvar.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Wait, all right, it's up there. No,
So
okay.
classic.
So
This is a reminder to go watch Carine's Project Pearls episode.
So that's actually one of the projects. I had to frog this at a little bit higher than that stage because it was too big for my feet, which is disturbing because my feet are humongous.
But are they wide or are they long?
They're wide and long. I'm a 9.5, 10, depending on the type of
What needle size and what's your stitch count?
So the stitch count for the long one, for the large one.
Did you measure the circumference of the ball of your feet?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know. No, I did not. Not for these socks.
We'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so needles are a 2.25.
Okay. Cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And stitch count were 36.
No, your total circumference.
Oh, wait.
Are you doing 64 or 72?
I think it was like 74.
Woo!
No, 84.
That's
What?
way
No,
84 was the large.
Way too big.
That's way too big.
84 was the large. Now I'm doing the 74.
So
That's
this is
gonna
what
be
I
too
mean
big.
by measuring the ball of your feet. Actually, Ali, if you wouldn't mind holding my leg, thank you.
I won't. I got
So you take a measuring tape and you measure around this little bump on
the widest part of your
widest
foot.
part of your foot, like this.
Oh.
So for me, that is, oh my goodness. For me, that is 7 3/4 of an inch.
Oh, see, their foot circumference starts at 8.25.
Inches?
Yeah. And then the large one is 9.25. These are humongous feet.
So, yeah.
I don't know what
think-
mine are.
Well,
but
also, I believe it's because the pattern is accounting for the intarsia. And that does reduce the stretchiness of your sock.
Okay. But they were
So-
still like comically too big, so
Yeah.
I went for the smaller one.
Excellent. Yeah.
Cool.
So next time you're measuring yourself for socks, measure the ball of your feet. That'll tell you how many stitches to cast on.
Yeah.
And also measure I guess I can't do this. From here to here, this diagonal.
The widest part of your foot.
This.
And that's
so
gonna
that'll
be the-
tell you your heel depth. Yeah. I guess like
Here.
here. This is your heel depth.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, those
So
are the
you
two.
measure this way.
Yeah.
And that'll tell you how if the heel that is there is going to fit your foot.
Yeah.
And if the heel depth of the pattern is too short for you, it's on you to add a couple extra rows before you start the
Yeah, when you're doing the gusset.
So
when
I'm
you're doing
gonna
the
have to-
gusset.
Because what a lot of people don't realize when they start knitting socks is that you want your socks to actually be smaller than your foot.
So that they stretch and sit nicely on
Because
you.
they will stretch with wear. And what you do not want is a sock that becomes so big you're sliding around in it.
That's
'cause
how you
after
get
an
blisters.
hour-
That's what I had. So, yes.
So what you want to do, a lot of sock patterns will tell you that you want 1 inch of negative ease. That means you want the circumference of your sock to be 1 inch smaller than the circumference of your foot.
So if I were making a vanilla sock, to get the circumference of the ball of my foot, which is 7 3/4 of an inch, I would go for something closer to 6 or 6.5 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one, okay, let's take Elyse's pattern, for example. This one is in testing, but she uses predominantly the same kind of measurements across all of her patterns. She says right now for sizes, choose a size that is slightly smaller than your foot circumference for a snug fit. For the size small, 56 stitches, the finished circumference, if you meet gauge, is 7 inches, but your foot circumference will be approximately 7.5 inches.
That's what I would do.
Right? So that's what Annie would do. I have a slightly larger foot. My foot is just about 8.5 inches in circumference. So I would do the medium, 64 stitches, which is a finished circumference of 8 inches around the foot, which is exactly what I'm casting on. Or
Half an inch smaller than the actual circumference of your foot.
If you're doing a textured sock, something with cables or something with lace, then you need to have a little bit more give, a little bit more, the size of your sock may be closer to your actual foot circumference because the fabric will not stretch as much. But if you're doing a vanilla sock, you really want your socks to be much smaller than your foot because those stitches are gonna grow, baby. They're gonna grow.
Okay.
Yep.
Which is probably why this sock pattern has extra stitches.
Yeah, because the intarsia means the top of the sock isn't going to stretch sideways as much as it would otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah. So how many stitches did you end up with? 72?
74.
74.
Okay.
That'll still be, I think, a little bit big on you, but not as big.
We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I have
But I'll say this. I'll say this. When I have in the past made socks that are slightly too big for myself, if I don't feel like giving them to a family member who has slightly larger feet, which does tend to happen often, what I instead do is they become a pair of like boot socks. So like I'll wear a pair of like thin socks like these, and then those ones over top.
Oh, that's smart.
And then if I'm like walking outside in the winter because it gets abominably cold here, I have an extra layer of warmth, and then I'm reducing the chance of like moving inside the sock
because of the friction of the other layer.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's a smart move. Yeah.
So,
I thought you were going to say, chuck him in the wash.
No, don't do that. Oh my god, my mom accidentally did that. I think I mentioned this before. I knit her a pair of socks.
Yeah, buddy.
So done. I knit her a pair of socks, and then she washes them in the washer on delicate. Totally fine. But they got stuck in the pant leg of her jeans, and they ended up in the dryer.
Oh, no.
She was so upset when she realized. She was so upset. And she gave them back to me because they went from like an adult-sized sock to like a child-sized sock. And she gave them back to me, and she's like, do you know anybody who could take these? Because I feel so bad. And I gave them to my coworker's 8-year-old daughter. And they were just a bit too tight.
Oh.
But they're now like felted slippers that she wears at home.
That's
so.
Cute.
But yeah. So if you felt them, there's always somebody else.
It's always someone else who will fit
true.
into them. I'm just so glad that you're giving socks another chance.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
It's $2.50 already.
Oh my god, we gotta wrap up.
Yep. Knitspiration.
Ooh, Knitspiration.
Ooh,
Knit City Inspiration.
Hold on. We have our little Knitspiration section. So after our dorks, which took an hour and a half, because we are yappas. We like to close our episodes with a little bit of Knitspiration to see what we are looking forward to, or what media we're consuming that's inspiring our practice, or what knitting content we're seeing that is, tingling our senses. So, let's go. Carine, what is knitspiring you today?
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one here who's inspired by Knit City coming up. Yep. But more specifically, because I've been seeing on the feed like all the vendors and the organizers and all the wonderful yarn and merchandise that's coming my way, and probably going to be
designs that are launching.
Yeah. So, but more specifically, I think I'm knitspired by the amount of work that these people
are putting in to bring this to us. Like,
absolutely.
I've been to 3, this is the 4th one, and every single time I'm amazed at the amount of work that each person has to do, like from like all of them, the organizers, the vendors, it doesn't matter, like even the freaking like hotel staff and like every person who takes part in this. It's always a joy to be there, even if it's overwhelming at times. Mm-hmm. But like to present workshops, to offer your like your goods, your whether you're a dyer or a spinner, whatever it is that you do, right? Like to present these things and like essentially just have people buy, but also judge it. Like that takes a lot of guts, and it takes a lot of effort. So that's my inspiration this week. It has to be like the amount of dedication and effort that goes to making something like Knit City happen. Yeah.
No small feat. Very nice. Hallie, how about you?
I am knitspired again, also by Knit City, by a couple of things. Number one, the number of vendors who have decided that they're not doing just yarn, right? Like, we think it's a knitting convention, people are going just for yarn. That's not the case. There are so many incredible vendors who are doing things like knitting notions and tools, who are doing leather work, spinning supplies, who are doing things like sweaters or bags, or there's somebody who's doing fun hats that I'm really hoping to get one of. I'm not going to say the name until afterwards because I really want to get a hat, and I will be a little gatekeepy on this until afterwards. I am completely unashamed by the fact.
Gatekeep girl boss.
I'm doing it. I don't care. I want one of those hats so bad. And I'm just inspired by the way so many people have become so creative within the like yarn, knitting, crafting, crochet space, and how they've been like, look at this one thing that I do with my hands. Look at these 10 other things that I've created around it. Yeah. And on top of that, I'm really knit-spired. I will be knit-spired by the people there, because every single year without fail when we go to a knitting festival, I come away with like a list of patterns that I've never even heard of before and want to make immediately.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to see what everyone's wearing, what everyone's making, and just like the shop samples that people have. Like, I cannot wait to get that inspiration and just feel like rejuvenated in my making. Mm-hmm. Because while the festivals are so overwhelming, I always come home like, yeah, let's go. Let's make some shit with my own hands. Yeah. I'm so excited for that. What about you?
I am excited to go to Knit City. But for me, what's most inspiring is seeing and absorbing all of the colors and the textures. I am a very like touchy visual person, so I find it hard to get like super inspired online. But when I can hold an item in my hand and like decide whether or not it feels right or it feels interesting to me, that's when I really like inspiration really hits. So I'm really excited to go to every booth and check out every sample and pick up every ball of yarn. And just, you know, like at the beginning of the year, we said like what we wanted our year to go like. And I said I wanted more color. And I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for me to exercise my color combination skills, which are not great yet. But in a place that's so abundant with options, I'm gonna find something that I like. And there's going to be a lot of people there that have really good eye for color, especially indie dyers and vendors and makers and artists that I can take inspiration from when it comes to color and color combinations. So I'm really excited to just like drown myself in a rainbow of colors. Yay!
Leo and Roxy just posted I'm not sure if it was in their stories or on their feed, but getting a whole bunch of like Little Mermaid themed yarn prepped for the festival, and I was like, you're doing a Little Mermaid collection?
Hello?
Excuse me? So I'm really excited to explore their booth for the riot of color they always have.
Oh, they always are so bright with their colors, and I appreciate that about them. That is going to be a good weekend. We are going to try our best to bring you some footage of the festival when we come back.
Yep.
I can't really promise that it's going to be good because I've never done we've never done an outside vlog.
But we're going to try.
Yep. But we're going to try our mediumist.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty accurate.
We're going to try our mediumist to prepare an episode for you to have...
At least a little something.
Something 2 weeks from now.
Yep. I will be out of town, so we won't be streaming. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But you will have some extra content that day. So hopefully we will see you again then for a recorded vlog episode of our adventures at Knit City Toronto. And again, if you are going to Knit City Toronto,
come say hi. We have stickers.
Come and say hi. We're gonna bring stickers, and if you say hi to us, we'll give you a sticker.
Yeah.
Not that anybody knows who we are, but we will give you a sticker regardless if we meet
you there for the first time. There's 194 subscribers to the channel. Thank you, every single one of you who has subscribed to this channel. You are incredible. You are amazing. We love you.
194.
And we're so grateful.
194 people.
And we've done basically nothing to market this channel. So like the fact that you're here, kudos.
Yeah.
What? To us? How did you get here? I know how I got here.
Let us know, actually. That would actually be helpful. Let us know how you got here.
That would be helpful because I think I do want us to like get a little bit more momentum going.
Optimize the SEO and jargon.
Yeah, use some of those YouTuber words that other people are doing. And they also do the thing like and subscribe, leave a comment down below.
Yeah.
And then do the thing where like they put a box up here on the side.
Yeah.
So you can click in another video.
For the next video, you can watch
How does one do that? But anyway.
I think we need to upgrade our computers in order to be able to do that.
You mean the computer that crashed 4 times before the stream today?
Yeah.
We'll get there, folks. We're just 3 goyles.
We're just 3 pearls coming to you.
We're just doing our best.
We're doing our mediumist.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've got in the tank.
It's lukewarm up in here.
Yeah, it's lukewarm up in here. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. We will see you again in 2 weeks or sooner. Bye.
Bye. Love you.